start the drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Carry now for Jordan Howard. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And that leads to a Chicago first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Howard, a gain of 3, second down. And with this offense, one guy to key in on defensively is Kevin White.
Had to battle injuries at the start of his career, but boy, he's ready to fulfill his promise. An absolute beast downfield.
3-19.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alec Ogletree in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and it brings up 4th down. Now the Bears' 6th-round pick in 2014, Pat O'Donnell on to punt.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch, maybe you move some...
Touchdown, Jaguars! Allen Robinson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it.
Let's go!
All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. Second down now after the incompletion. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Green 39.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up... So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. In motion left here, Montgomery. Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Watch right, watch right. Ohio, here we go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. He's coming. Flex round. Flex round. Come on now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. They get 39 yards out of that one. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? But Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Here we go.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Extra point forthcoming. And it is now 21-0. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Fielded about a yard deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Now back to throw. It completes it right side to White. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On first down, they run with Howard. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stout troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shadow that and have a profound effect on this game.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Yeah, he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They toss to Freeman, and an alley to run. 20, Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Jaguars. Devontae Freeman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Watch 84, watch 84. Single. Here we go now.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
We've got a 3rd and 11.
Watch left.
So the D-line's going to spread out. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
he
it
would
is?
kiss it on the ground.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Robinson's got it. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson, 78 yards. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here we go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Looking to throw. jarring it loose. It's incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
Here we go now. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. No. Check it now. Look at 56.
Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Double tight. Odd. 5 down. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. 44. Mike, 44.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
All right, here we go. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that's... over the end line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And quickly they get to the line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control.
And Freeman lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Hey, we got 3, three down.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll look to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the second half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And he will have first down yardage as he's run down at the 41. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they went big on first down, proves unfruitful.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami, ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion. But not that time.
Not that time. They tried to deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Ohio, come on, let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And now they're in the hurry-up. They're going to look to throw.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
That's caught at the 2. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them. They run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And they'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So the defense forces a 3-and-out, but they got some help along the way. They threw it on 1st down, and when they were unsuccessful, it became 2nd and long. Didn't get it again on another pass. Went 3rd and long, and they almost had to put it in the air. They may want to rethink some strategy going forward.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Take it in at the 22. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Here's Brad Wing now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That's taking it around the 40. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set.
Hey, we got tight left, tight ends left. All right, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Caught by Montgomery. And he's brought down. Give him 16 on the pickup. And it'll be a Chicago first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they dropped it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. A gutsy call by Jack Del Rio, but it does not pay off. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Well, the Jaguars getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it, but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times. In the next case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders. Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. They'll look to set up his blockers. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense up the whole.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Play clock winding down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Now let's go. Boom, watch it now, Barney. Gun.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And it's up and good. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
They're able to find Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
Yeah, that and
they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
All right, here we go. Boom, 90.
This is Howard on 2nd down. Time for a break. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Jeremy Langford is in. He gets the carry. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He'll drop to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Left side, it's Dorsett. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw for it. He tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And the screen can be a tough play for a wide receiver. We saw it there. They have to look the football into their hands, then turn their head up and look upfield.
It's quite a checklist, isn't it? Watch the ball into your hands, tuck it away, get upfield, find your blockers. Sometimes the list gets lost in there, and the defense makes it work.
And they made it work. They got the fumble. They took it in for the touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it. Because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a desperation throw deep down. And got his man complete. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 41 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator is looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guy...